So we're gonna be reviewing The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Swear to God, a fucking fly.
And mosquitoes.
So The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is a spy movie from the 60s, and I actually really enjoyed myself at the movie. So what do you think about the movie? Goods. Here's some of the goods.
It had some humor into it, which I liked.
It's basically like what they did was like basically spy. Actually, like they try to make it like a timepiece, like make it something from the 60s, because in the 60s things weren't so serious. Like superhero films were goofy, spy movies were goofy, they were funny, they were fun to watch. And you got like James Bond being serious, like Spectre, 007. This one was like a flashback, like what Kingsman did, to the more funny
What
movies.
about the lady that played in Tammy? What about that spy movie?
But that wasn't like a hardcore spy movie.
Mm.
It was like a secret agency thing. It stars Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer, and so one is American Henry Cavill and the other is Russian Armie Hammer. And his accent, Armie Hammer, was not that good.
You didn't see that coming?
But it didn't take me out of the movie, so that's good. I did buy him as a Russian, just the accent was a little sketchy. And I loved Henry Cavill as the American. He was basically your James Bond. He had sex with 3 women.
Oh, behave.
I thought
And-
he hit it with 2.
No, 3.
Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention.
He was just like, come at me, ladies. And then he just like flirted all the time. He's like a thief. He started out as a thief and he became a spy and blah blah freaking blah. And the one thing I did buy was the chemistry between Armie Hammer and Henry Cavill's characters, because it was just so fun to see those two on screen when they're fighting, when they're arguing, and when they're friends and stuff like that. And my one problem with this movie was a little predictable, and throughout that like ending, it got a little like too cheesy for me, and like there was no stakes. I knew they were gonna be fine. The one scene that made me laugh, there was 2 scenes actually that made me laugh out loud, was when Armie Hammer, he has big anger issues, and he had to actually let someone rob him to maintain his cover. Someone tried to take his dad's watch and then stuff like that, so he had to keep his cool. He was getting ready to the freaking fight and all that stuff. And then, but before then, Henry Cavill was like intruding on his conversations with him and the other girl. And then he's like, do me a favor and take it like a pussy. I fucking died, bro. That was the funniest line. And then another line, well, it wasn't a line, it was another scene when Henry Cavill gets out of the interrogation in a torture chamber. Freaking, they leave the guy on the machine and it was broken, and then the freaking just turned on by accident. He's freaking, first he's just shaking, and then smoke comes out, and then a couple seconds later he's on fire. I thought that was freaking hysterical.
I didn't really think that was funny. I liked the part when they were being chased on the boat and he was just...
Oh, that shit was funny too. That shit was funny. I love this movie. It was funny. It was like the comedy was amazing. It was like smart and witty humor, and it was like back in the day. If you like movies from back in the day, like good 60s, 70s spy movies, this is the one for you. Any negatives, like I said, the only problem I had, there was no stakes. The writing got a little sloppy at the end, but not like Fantastic Four. But so any negatives for you quickly before we give our score?
Not really.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this movie a C+. What about you?
I'll give it a B.
Wow, that's actually really good. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that crap. Later, and goodbye.